guys, you got some more from KZOR. It's KZOR here from Cape Town. First thing, if you're wondering why I'm sitting so close to the camera, I emailed Todd and asked Todd to just check out one of my reviews and just give me his feedback on improvements I could possibly make. And one of the feedbacks which he said is I must change the camera angle because the viewers can see my fat stomach. Still using my G-Box, still very happy with it. Some people complain about the door. They say if you open the door you struggle to get it closed, but I mean, all I just do is I just pull the hatch back, press it, and then just release. Alright, it's very simple to do it that specific way. Yeah, if you're gonna just start pressing like that, you're gonna have a problem closing it. So yeah, just open it slightly, just pull back the hatch, press it in, boom. What I want to do today is there's a lot of people struggling using the Daedalus to make alien coils. And somebody, a builder, sent me a video, a new guy. I'll see if I can find his link. I'll just post it at the bottom over there, about how he actually managed to make automated aliens with the Daedalus, but he can only manage it when using large wires like the 32 to alien with. So what I'm going to try today is I'm going to try a build where you can actually use a 36 gauge to alien. Okay, so what we're going to need is this guy. I've already got my extension straws on the inside. Okay, I've got an empty spool which I'm going to use. Okay, especially this flat surface is what I'm interested in. And then what I also did is I got myself a little piece of sponge in one of the boxes which I got. Can't remember if it's a motherboard or whether it's a graphics card or whatever, but a piece of sponge, and then I just cut off one of the sides and split it in two. Okay, so I can just have two little pieces like that, normal little sponges. Okay, so obviously going to need your spring and your bolt, and then this little oak in which we're going to put the 26 gauge. So I'm going to do a tri-core 26 gauge, and I'm going to alien it with 36 gauge, and we're going to see how that actually goes, whether we're going to come up with a method which is easier to do using the Daedalus. Alright, so the prep work which I have done is I've already straightened my 3 26 gauge wires, which is over there, which I'm going to use. Alright, so that is what I've prepped, and then I've also made my little 36 gauge. I've already did the Claptoning and actually pulled the Clapton off my 26 gauge. So I used the 26 gauge wire, and then I Clapton it, and I removed the Clapton wire to get this little specific spring. There's a lot of videos out there. I had a few videos already where I've showed you how exactly you can do that, so I'm not going to repeat that specific process. Alright, so that is the preparation which I've done. The other thing which you're also going to need, which is going to help you, is a pen. Believe it or not, a pen. So yeah, first thing which I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these little 3 guys together. I'm going to use my little 26 gauge guide. Okay, so that's the first thing which you're going to do. Just insert your 3 26 gauge wires through your guide. Alright, now that I've done that, I'm just going to insert my wires through this little guy, through the front part, getting them to exit at the back. And then, okay, and then I'm going to put these wires through my straw. There you go. Easy as pie. Okay, so yeah, that's the situation which we have now. There you can see my 3 26 gauge wires running through there. I'm inserting that inside this section over there, and then my wires are running all the way, okay, through my straws. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place my 2 little sponges which are cut. Just going to place like that, just on top. So the next step is to take this little guy and stretch it. Even if you're under stretched, don't worry about it, because when we insert this inside our jig, we can vary that. We can actually change the tension, and that is going to stretch this guy furthermore to the desired tension which we want. I'm just going to place my little spring wire which I made, just like that. Just put it over there. Okay, and then I'm going to place this guy on top, and then I'm going to take my spring. Okay, and then the nut. Okay, what's nice about the setup, you will actually see when I tug on either side, you'll see the wire actually pulls through effortlessly. Very easy. The wire still pulls, and that's what you actually want. So now I can use this nut to actually adjust the tension, and which is going to apply more pressure on these sponges, which is obviously going to apply a bit more pressure on this wire running through over there, and that's what we actually want. So now we're going to play around with the perfect tension to get this guy to start wrapping perfectly to alien these tricores. So it's just a matter of playing around with that. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so there it's tightened. There you can see my wire running over there, down there. So this is the wire we're going to actually alien with, and that's the setup which I'm going to start off with. Okay, so all I do now is I'm going to place this on this surface over here. So just remember to switch direction. It has to be the opposite direction in which you actually clapped in to get this little wire. Okay. All right. So as I said, now we're going to adjust this bolt just to get the tension there correct. Okay. So I just insert a pin over here, so that this guy has actually got a nicer angle at which it goes down onto those 3 wires to make the aliening process maybe a bit better. So let's just start very, very slowly and just see if we have got the correct tension on this guy. Okay. Alright, so there we can immediately see. Okay, we definitely need more tension. Okay, so we're just going to tighten the bolt, tighten it down a bit there. Alright, so that method didn't work too well though, although I got an interesting coil from it there. I'll show you just now. So what I'm going to try now is I just got myself 2 other pieces of foamolite or styrofoam, and I just made a hole in the middle, so I'm just going to pop it in like that. Alright, and then I'm going to place my wire on there and just put this piece on there as well. And then I'm going to put my spindle on and my spring and my bolt. Right, so this method actually worked extremely well. If we have a look at the close-up of the wire, come at the end now, you can actually see my wire's done, but I mean, it worked. You see there's a nice long piece which I aliened, and it actually works, guys. I never had to touch it. It automatically took it in. So yeah, sweet potato. That's cool. Just cut off a piece over here. Alright guys, so this method actually works much better, way better than the previous one actually did. So yeah, as I said, I've just got myself 2 foams which I made holes through. Just placed the one on inside and just the other one on top, and then my alien wire I just put through that, pressed down on it, and then got a nice little spindle, put that on top, and yeah, and then played around with the tension. Okay. So yeah, squeezing those 2 styrofoams on top of one another closer to, you're setting the tension for your aliening wire. And that's the small little piece which I've actually got left after I managed to get this guy uninterrupted. I didn't have to feed, I didn't have to touch, nothing. This guy actually did it on its own. So yeah, I think playing around with various methods, you can actually make a nice alien bolt, alien coil with the Daedalus without anything else, and that is great. That is very good news. So just to show you, out of the previous one that didn't work that well, I actually got a coil which I'm going to use. I think it doesn't look too shabby. It's a spaced alien. But yeah, right, 36 gauge wire on the outside, guys. So it can be done. So I reckon you with a lot more patience than what I have, if I can manage a trial run with that kind of result using this technique, using styrofoam as a base and running your aliening wire through that, imagine what you can do who's mostly way more skilled than what I am. So yeah, guys, that's an idea for you, is to make alien wire, and that is that. Just the last thing quickly, there was a guy that asked me what reviewers do I like, or which reviewers do I like. I like any reviewer who knows his product and is honest, for sure. But I'd rather tell you what I don't like. Now, I know you guys all know I'm a South African, and we do not have a lot of reviewers here in South Africa. But one thing I do not like is when a vendor reviews his own products. I mean, it's obvious the guy buys in 20, 50 units, and then he reviews his product and gives a fantastic review, and then the guy's gonna buy it, because every product which he stocks, he obviously wants to sell. So please, if you watch a reviewer or a shop owner review a product, just do yourself a favor and go and watch other reviews as well. This guy is obviously going to push his product for you guys to go and buy. So don't just fall for that. Go watch other reviews and then decide. I'm not saying he's going to be wrong, but he's more likely to have a positive remark or see the good things in that, because he obviously wants to get rid of his stock. Alright, so just go and check out the other reviews as well. Alright, enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is KZOR, over and out. Cheers.